AITA for ye ***ing at my husband because I know his parents want to ask to move in? Okay, so. A bit of backstory. Husband and I bought a home 3 years ago. We live about 30 minutes from his family. All of his family live together. Phil, sister, her husband and 2 kids. It's just my husband and I at our house. Aside from pets, his parents are in their 70s. The last time they were here, father-in-law asked if we could make a place for them, because sister-in-law has 2 kids, under 4 years old and an entire farm of pets. Basically, when mother and father-in-law moved into sister-in-law's house, my father-in-law thought he could run the house because he's her father. He said this to me more than once. But it didn't work. He doesn't like dogs and she has dogs. He doesn't like cats and she has cats. ECT. He complains constantly when we see him. He complains that the kids are noisy. The house is too small. ECT. They have been living their rent and bill free for years. The only thing they pay for is food. Father-in-law tried bossing me around too when husband and I first moved in. See, we had 5 cats and when father-in-law first saw the house he said, "So which cats are staying inside and which will be outside? You can only have 2 cats inside." I laughed in his face. Because WTF. Rolling on the floor laughing. When we took him out for Father's Day, he wanted to come back to the house. I said no because there was no reason to come back to my house when we had to drive them back home. Husband comes home from work a few days ago and tells me that Mill and Phil are coming up here for the 4th. I got angry. Because why do they have to come here? Why does Raphael keep wanting to come here? But I know why. He's going to ask to move in again. So I got angry and yelled at my husband that it's ridiculous they want to come here so badly and that under no circumstances are they moving into this house. To be clear, 4th of July is not a day we ever celebrated. Any of us. So it's not like they want to do that. We always stop by and see them when we can. But they are insisting on coming here. AITA for not wanting them in my house? For further clarification, they are all gossipy busybodies who talk crap about everyone. For example, the last time all of them visited, I had both of my dogs crated. Mostly because my nephew cannot sit still. He runs back and forth in my living room the entire time he is here and it makes my dogs anxious. This turned into gossip about how I was neglecting my dogs because they are always crated. No. I'm trying to keep my crazy chihuahua from biting your child who can't sit still. I feel like I may be the though. I don't want to damage the relationship between my husband and his parents, so maybe I need to just shut up and deal. Edit to add context. Husband does not want them to move in. His father treats him like a mini-me to an odd level. For example, husband joined karate when he was in high school. His father joined too. Husband got really into photography and his father followed right behind, buying an expensive camera of his own. ECT. Husband joined the military to get away because he knew his father couldn't. Rolling on the floor laughing. Edit to also add. Husband did not invite them over. They called and said, "We are coming over." Also, I can own being the to an extent that DH has the right to invite people over and that this is his house too. My issue is inviting themselves over when it always ends the same. They run back to my sister-in-law and talk trash. Then it becomes underhanded comments and bullshit until they get bored and move on to new gossip. Until they come over again and it begins again. If my not wanting them here to prevent that makes me the then I'm okay with that. Last edit. I'm not defending my yelling at him. It was reflex because he dropped this on me in the middle of doing something and I snapped at him. I did apologize.